Hey everybody, it's X. I'm just doing a bit of an impromptu video. I wasn't sure I was going to do this until now-ish. Let me explain. So by the time this goes up, Portland Pride Parade will have been yesterday, probably. It's happening later today for me, but yeah. And I'm not going to be able to make it because of my muggle job. So I suppose this is my way of contributing. There's been some discourse around Pride this month, and none of it's really new. Um, but I'm more on social media this year than I have been in previous years, so a lot of it feels like there's more of it for me. I just wanted to say a few things, mostly about the conversation regarding what is appropriate behavior at at a pride parade, and I'm not going to discuss the kinks at Pride. Someone else has already done that, and anything I would have to say would be pretty redundant. There's another piece to this conversation that I feel strongly about, and that is the conversation regarding like, mostly nudity, but in general, clothing choices at Pride. Um, so, the first thing I kind of want to bring up, um, at least where I live in the United States, here in Oregon, and I think most places, non sexual nudity is considered, at least as part of a protest or demonstration, it is considered protected free speech. That said, while that's a perfectly valid legal argument, that's not gonna change anyone's minds who thinks that it's bad and needs to go away. So I'd like to bring up a few points. And something I want to get out of the way first, I don't see Pride as a PR campaign for the gays or the LGBTQ community. Um, I'm not really worried about, oh, what are the people who are on the fence about our rights going to think. um, I'm not worried about, like, oh, being honest, are the straight people comfortable being here? Um, this is at minimum a place for us as a community to be ourselves as fully and publicly as possible. It started out as a way to literally do that, to come out and say that we will not be invisible, uh, we will not sit down while we're being mistreated, and that's like very, very, very surface level, like what's going on at Pride. Um, so I'm not concerned about how whatever we're doing at Pride looks to outsiders. Um, I don't care, honestly. That's the nicest way I can put it. Um, so, how do I put this? The reason that this is such an important topic for me, um, I know you might not be able to tell with all the face coverings, but I'm a tran. Um, and I think there's something to be said about being open with your body, being comfortable displaying your body, really being able to just say, "This is me. This is how I am." That's It's a big deal for for me, for a lot of trans people, to be able to just say, hey, me. And not just trans people. I think our relationships to our bodies as queer people, as LGBTQ people, and as human beings are always so complex. And I think that is a struggle and a journey that is worth celebrating, to be able to go out there and say, this is me in all my glory. Um, I think there's a big place for that at Pride. What, if not there, then where? Um, and honestly, someone wants to march wearing nothing but body glitter. That's has a lot more to do with pride in who you are and your experiences than folks from corporation whatever sitting on a float festooned with rainbow balloons. Not going to say anything about that particular thing because that's another conversation, but it's a different caliber of thing. And it's a lot more radical, a lot more important, I think, for us to be able to say, you know, this is me. This is how I am. This is my body. That said, I understand that there's a lot of people who want to come with their families and they want to be able to bring their families and have their families be comfortable. And I see a place for that at Pride as well. Because, I mean, just over the past decade, we're getting married, we're adopting, and it's something that we've had to really fight to be able to do. And so I do see a space for, like, yes, come celebrate the fact that you can, this is your spouse and not just your, person you're living with, as far as as far as the law is concerned, as far as America is concerned. Definitely come and be celebratory in your LGBTQ family. That's amazing. I don't I've seen some comments around places, Facebook, that, like, well, just don't bring your kids to Pride. If you don't like it, if you don't like the imagery, don't bring your kids to Pride. And I don't think that that's really the solution. I think the conversation space we need to be having is, we're a diverse community and people have diverse needs. The person who needs to celebrate themselves, their body, their sexuality, is going to be different than the person who wants to celebrate their family, and they both have a place in Pride. And I don't, honestly, I don't necessarily have an easy solution for, meeting both of those needs at the same time. I will draw a comparison. There are things happening at Pride that I don't think are good for children to be around. There are protesters who are going to stand there yelling slurs, waving signs covered in hate. And if you go to Pride with your children, you're going to have to explain that to them. I don't think they have a space there, but we can't tell them to leave because of free speech, even if they bring guns. Apparently, I don't have the headspace to process the fact that happened right now, honestly. Oh God. So yeah, I think really, if you're already a Pride event, you're already going to be mixing with so many people with diverse expressions, diverse needs, and you're gonna come up against people who you're going to have an awkward conversation with your child. Whether that's conversation is, what does homosex is sin mean? Or, having to have the, oh, this person is naked in order to celebrate diversity of bodies. I have opinions about which one of those things is going to be a more harmful experience for your child. I'm not raising your child, so it's not really my responsibility to have those discussions. But I think I think it's worthwhile to make sure that we are making space for everyone at Pride who gets value from Pride, whatever it is their needs are, and however much clothes they're wearing. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. My upstairs neighbors were nice enough to be quiet for long enough for me to film this, which was very nice of them. Um, it's Saturday night. And go celebrate, be you, have fun. Leave respectful comments if you can. And happy Pride Month.